Right, let's go. So I'm on a bit of a mission to build a game, but what I want to do first is, so I've been using Claude Code quite a lot lately and exploring what it can do. And so I want to be able to build a platform for some of my projects. And so this is going to be, I bought a domain name called claudecade.com. So the idea around this is to use Claude Code to build video games. But first it's going to be kind of small little platformers and things, just so I can start learning about indie game dev a bit more, and a place hopefully where I can also showcase some indie games as well from the community. So let's see how we go. We need to build this thing. So I've already got the domain name, claudecade.com, and I did start working on it. So let me bring up my GitHub. Let's go for this. Give that a minute to load up. Okay. So, where did I get to yesterday? So yeah, I got this, I think I started hosting this on Hostinger, so let me grab my hosting account details. Okay, still working. Thought the stream had broken. Right, where are we? So, yeah. I'm just logging into my development server. for this project. Just get Claude to do something while I'm trying to sort out my server. You logging in? Okay. Great. So yeah, I think last time I was setting up actually my my CI/CD pipeline. So I've got some GitHub actions already configured here. So I need to check on if it's. I don't think it's not actually deploying properly yet. So that's where I got to last time. So I need to check on why that is. So I'm logged onto the server at the moment, and let's go check on that pipeline. Okay, got a bug in our pipeline. So invalid workflow file. Workflow file is not valid. Line 27, column 11. Unrecognized name value secrets. Okay. Let's go back to this. Just going to come out of the server. kind of idea behind this is whether I can use Claude Code to build some kind of indie game platform and also hopefully a game. That's my goal. I'm still a DevOps engineer, and that's my day job. But I'd like to be able to kind of kill two birds with one stone here, is learn a little bit about indie dev while we improve our DevOps engineer skills. So let's see. It says fixed, the workflow node checks it's on the main branch fell gracefully. Secret support 22. Okay. Push the code. Update. Push the update. I think I should be already authenticated to GitHub. Since we're in code spaces, I might need to. Okay. That's not working. What's going on? Oh, it's line 40 now. I think it should be okay. So we've got secrets for the host, username, search, port. Pretty sure I put all that in the other day. Yeah, host, port, SSH key, username. I don't need these actually, these are wrong. Maybe if it'll get it, I might figure it out. Just to figure out the I need to probably delete those other ones. Right, see the secrets configured. Ice cream time. So yeah, I've got multiple sites on this server, so I need to deploy this correctly. Just check what sites are enabled. Where are you? Let's see. Sites. Okay, yeah, that's my other site which I'm working on, DevOps Dojo. Just getting sidetracked quickly. Still notes. Right. Yeah, so I don't think it is deploying to it is deploying that test index. Lambda HTML index. Docker on this server. Probably deploy it to Docker. Okay, so I'm going to change my pipeline to, we want to deploy this into a Docker container on the VPS. So that should give us a bit more isolation. Should, in theory, make it easier to deploy. Change this to deploy to Docker on the instance. Okay, so we're going to create a Docker file. Okay. Really basic. So the idea that will, it's going to create a Docker compose file, so that will be used to bring up the container on the server. So deploy it. I'm not going to stop until I get CloudCade.com online. This is the mission. Right, push successfully Docker deployment changes over. When it is merged to main, it will trigger the deployment workflow. Okay, auto merge it. I think it already auto merges. and merge conflicts. Yeah, merge PR. I see quite a lot of people on the vibe coding forums and things, and I think a lot of people expect that you're meant to have perfection out the gate, and that's not really what software development is like, or any development. You know, it's an iterative process. You know, you try something. I mean, I'm kind of half-arsing this, if I'm honest with you. It's not really. I wouldn't call it doing it properly, but I'm just trying to use Claude to kind of get this thing out the gate, and we'll make it better. So PR's been merged. Let's check. Yeah, so it's merged 25 seconds ago. I don't get why this is triggering two workflows at the same time. That's the test. That's the deploy. Okay, why is the deploy failing? Okay, this I see. Deploy the Docker, it's failing here. So okay, I think I need to add. Might need to set up permissions or add the key somewhere. Thought I already did that though before. Let's see what Claude says. I think I need to set the key to authorized use. I might have to change permissions. Check deploy action. Failed. Yep, well, you know, it failed to authentication issues. Failing SH key might not be properly formatted. Yeah, I mean that's a common reason why these things fail. The user name might be incorrect. Well, let me double check. Let me double check that quickly off screen. So we'll create a new user, call it deploy user, call it, yeah, deploy user or something. That's what I'll do. Just start fresh. So I'm going to guess I'll create like a service user for deployments. Could technically get Claude to do all this, but I don't want to put all my credentials and everything into this code space at the moment. I mean, it's not a massive risk, but some things I like to do manually. Oh, that's a bit rubbish. I think that must be a limitation of Hostinger. Let me go on to Hostinger. Okay, so I have to use this. I'm just checking what the key is and everything. Cat dot. So cat / dot ssh ID. Okay. Got the private key. Copy that. Could use a deploy key, possibly. Might be another way. Okay. I'm just inserting the SSH key again to my secrets. Where are you? Secrets and variables, actions, SSH key, record. Username. Port 22, the host. if we've got further. So now permission denied. Where's it deploying to? Well, it's only a sandbox, I don't care. I'll have to change the key now, won't I? Let me change the key. Reset the SSH key. Button. See. Overwrite my SSH key. Silly boy, exposed it, didn't you? Right. Cat. It's getting late. Come on. I want to get this to work. Alright. Try again, new key. Let's try not showing it to the whole world. My whole one viewer. Secrets, actions, SSH key. New SSH key, update. Right, let's try this again. I think I'm going to need to add some, change the permissions on. Yeah, change permissions on the folder. I think one of the folders is blocked. Oh, hang on a minute, same SSH key. Error. Need to add the corresponding public key to authorized keys. Yeah, I haven't done that, have I? That's the problem. So I'll just do that. This is half my life, is faffing around with SSH keys and public keys. It's just such a pain in the arse, if you ask me, but that's life. Pub. Copy that public key. Got it. I need to add it to the authorized keys. Delete the old one. Done. Yeah, right. Let's try again. Rerun jobs. So I've added the public key to the authorized keys folder now. So the new one that I created. In theory, it shouldn't give us an error, but there might be some other permissions issue. Okay, so has the, yeah, that's a different error, I think. Yeah, that's a different error. That is cloning into felt could not read username. Eh? What? So several issues. Git authentication failure. The repository appears to be private, requiring authentication. Missing doc file. No doc file exists in the repository. Okay. Fix authentication for private repository. Oh yeah. Well, it is a private repository, but you've got the key, so why? Did I add? I might. Oh, got to reset the key. No, it's got the key. Got the key on. Yeah, it should work. Is Claude getting confused? Well, I already did authenticate it. Why has it lost authentication? That's the wrong email address. I need to add, I think I need to add another key to, yeah, I need to add another key to GitHub apparently. So, okay, okay. Oh, that's been added. Missing server host. How are you missing server host? Just call it host. And it's not called VPS username. So we've got to watch Claude, it just changes things. VPS username. Username. Is it username or user? I think it was username. Check. Where are you? Can't find you. There it is. Settings. Actions. Right, username SSH_key port host. I'm sure it's these ones. I think the idea of this, when I've done all this site, game and everything, it's just become part of like a time lapse. So I'll just speed it all up and it'll look interesting rather than a big long video. Right, that looks a bit more promising. Green all around, default weakness. It says it's getting still permission denied. It should be green then, should it? Green but failed. So the git pull succeeded. The code is on the VPS now. That's good. But Docker, yeah. So we're making progress. Docker permission denied. The user doesn't have Docker permissions. Permissions errors indicate your VPS user needs to be added to Docker's Docker group. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you can fix it. I think I need to fix it. Let's give it a try. Let it try and fix itself. I don't think it's got permissions to do that though. It'll complain. Yeah, so this basically means that it's trying to add permissions, but it doesn't have permissions to do that itself. So I need to, the easiest way is for me to just add that user to the group, and I think that should then fix that issue. cool. So yeah, sudo user mod. I can't remember any commands. Well, I remember some commands. I have to look up a lot of stuff. I do admire people that can just store everything in their head. I always think that I just never bothered to do it. I'm not always bothered. I don't store that kind of information. I remember one guy who used to remember IP addresses. He could tell you any IP address on the whole network. I thought that was quite impressive. If anyone has any tips for me to improve my memory, I'd be very much appreciated. I've just got to remember my password. Come on. There we go. Right, so that should, in theory, give us permissions. So let's go back to our action. Shouldn't be green really, so let's rewrite it. There we go. We should improve, we'll probably improve, come back and improve this pipeline, because once it's fixed, but ideally, if you get an error, we want it to error. We want it to stop. Right, so I think, oh there we go. Yeah, that looks promising. So it's pulling from Docker. It's building the image. Is that working? So I think in theory, that's it's not working up there, is it? No. Getting there. You are getting there. So Docker port 80 is used. Let's use a different port. Okay. Yeah, because already on that server we're running Nginx actually, so that would conflict. What I probably should do is move all those other servers, the other site onto Docker as well. I'll do that later, not today. Hopefully this should handle the port conflict. I think I might have I've managed to screw up something here, haven't I? Let's just, yeah, we'll carry on. Deployment triggered. Is it really? Trigger deployment. Let's have a look. Deployment triggered successfully. Error response from down, so it's still getting that error. So a different error. Once we fix this port conflict, it should be good. Yeah, so we'll stop Nginx from running locally. That makes sense. And then Apache, just in case. Then what we'll do, later on I'll fix those other ones. It's only like a sandbox site. What I've got here. Nothing too important running on it. Right. I say sandbox. It's just my server to play with. And that's how things get into production. And they probably shouldn't be. Right. Oh, did you right? Okay. Fix port conflict. Let's take a look at the log. No, it's not fixed. You've not fixed it. I might just go on the server in a minute and stop. Oh right, it's trying to be sudo. And doesn't have permission. Let me just go on the server and then I'll give it one more chance and then I'll just manually fix that. Is that a different error? It might be a different error. Is it a different error? No, it's still the same error, isn't it? It's still a stupid bind thing. I'll let this do it one more time. I'm gonna just go clear the port conflict. commands to what I will manually fix it using sudo log into it. Okay, let's just copy all that. Okay, I think that might be working now, maybe. So it's not live. Not live. We lie. It's not live. Retry the deployment. Container's live, but we need to do some domain mapping. Just do a bit of manual troubleshooting first. Okay. Server's running on port 80. Probably because it's expecting an index file. Oh, because this is on Hostinger, I might need to configure something on that, the console, actually. I expect they've got, let me check. I've got DNS set up. Should work. No any records. No DNS records. No A records. So I just need to get the IP address actually from that's the IP address. Thought I would have done that automatically to be fair. Set up the domain. Save that. Add record. Okay, we've now got one DNS record. Giving it 300 second TTL. Let's check DNS propagation. Nearly. Something's happening. No, didn't work. Could be a certificate issue. DNS is always DNS, something's wrong with DNS. Well, my domain name's disappeared now. UPS, what is it? Gone. Manage. Check. Yes, proper creation. Why aren't you working? So we added the site to Docker. That's the IP. Trying to connect. Let's get this firewall. Let's check the firewall. Should be open then. Focusing out of the bucket port 18. Doubt it. Can't bother 480, can you? Otherwise, the website won't work. What we could do is create a diagnostic tool. Firewall not enabled. Okay. There isn't a firewall. Check why cloudcade.com can't load Docker container. Let's look at the logs. So running port 80. So it is loading properly, apparently. Is it really? It's not bloody working. Oh. Oh, is there? Okay. Is that spelling wrong? Oh, whatever. Alright, it's loading. Yep. Well, there we go. That took a lot longer than I wanted to. Right, next thing, let's get some basic landing page up. And also need to make sure the site is secure. Okay. It works. Okay, site loads. out the landing page. Coming soon landing page. Yeah. New channel at Claude Cade. Now we're cooking. Also, it says the site is not secure. To fix that. Okay. So I'll do that bit. Wherever is that? It was trying to, it would have sent us a riot there on the those instructions. I should actually add some Claude rules around this. bit interesting. Right. Takes to the YouTube panel, is it? Yep, that works. Cool. Alright. What I want to do is put links to like the Reddit Indy. I'm sure Claude can figure that out. Add links to the most popular Reddit Indy Game Dev YouTubers and Reddit, Discord. And I'm still doing research myself, so this will be useful for me. And resources. For game dev, music, effects, etc. Think hard. Has it fixed the security yet? No. Okay. Let's take a screenshot of that. So one that's busy. One is busy wearing away. So one of the ideas I had was to take a little tour through gaming history, or at least my gaming history. So that was starting with the ZX Spectrum, and I was going to build a game. So I asked my brother what one of his favourite Spectrum games was, or the first one he remembers, and that was the Wall game. I don't think it's called the Wall game. It's called what is it called? Spectrum Wall game. This one here, Through the Wall. What's that one?
My hosting or WooCommerce makes me money all day, every day. I'm Gabrielle Scarlett, and my
skip ad. So this is Through the Wall, which was a fantastic game for its time, if you ask me. I remember playing. I'd spend hours playing this game, you know, when it was raining or something. And yeah, quite a basic game, but it was still fun. So I'd like to kind of make a recreation of that, just as kind of a something to start with. Maybe Claude, we can get our first little game together, and let's have a go. How's our site looking now? Is it deployed? Play this. Just thinking about it. Thinking about it a lot. We might have killed. I might have killed my server. I think it's struggling with SSL. That one's still there. Doesn't like. Broken it. So, popular YouTubers, Brackies, Game Manager Toolkit, Thomas Brush, Danny, Code Monkey, Sebastian, Blackthorn Prod, Mix and Jam. Reddit community is Game Dev, Indie Gaming, Unity 3D, Unreal Engine, Godot, Pixelart, Game Audio, Indie Dev. I'm sure that will be quite useful to me. Discord servers, Game Dev, development tools. I've truly broken it, haven't I? Right. Let's check on hosting. I think I need to. I probably need to run Serpbot or something. Probably just assume things. Let's actually see. Let's check on our deployment. Okay, there seems to be some error here. The script, what it's trying to do. I think I might just give the. I think I might give my user permissions to do this, just while we're developing. Otherwise, it'll be more painful. So I need to add my user. Don't do this at home, folks, but I'm going to basically give my user bypass permissions. So basically what's preventing that script from running is it requires sudo permissions. What the hell was that? Yes, a YouTube video in the background. be a better way. I know there is a better way, but I just want to do this quickly. So. I'm doing this at my own risk, so I wouldn't do this if I was you, but I know what I'm doing, so he says. Okay, let's try again. Run my pipeline again. Rerun. Alright. Right, is that last time? Yeah, put him to that bot. So, still breaking. What's it still working? Failed Nginx. Error. Claude code cannot restart container. Okay. Okay, port 8 still use an old container. Okay. Let's just, I'll log onto the server and do that, and then I might fix it. HTTP works. Oh, look. So that's working. Cool. Links work as well. Nice. Yeah, cool. Resources. Test all these links at some point.
How do you come up with great game ideas? Stay disciplined.
Thank you, Thomas. That's one of the YouTubers I looked at earlier. Mix and Jam.
Hello and welcome to Mix and Jam.
That's the one. Okay. So I'm trying to find I don't know what kind of game I want to make really. Yeah. So I'm still in this kind of exploration phase. I want to do something, right? Or build something around the community, or I don't know. Something that is useful. Right, so that is pretty cool. I like that. VS Code, Development Tools, GIMP, Blender, Unreal Engine, Unity, Godot. What is? I've never heard of this one. What is this? S period right. S what? Sprite. So what is this? Buy now. You'll pay for it. We can't have things to pay for. I guess it's okay, but it's quite a community. What else have we got here? Critter. What's Critter? Professional free and open source painting program. Okay. Not heard of that before. No, I have. I know what GIMP is. Godot. Yeah, Blender. VS Code. Right. So well, that is loading. I still have to fix this SSL error, but I think it's still broken, isn't it? Where is it? So Docker build is failing due to support directory issues. Missing port conflicts. so once it's stable, we'll add SSL backload. So I think that's fair enough. We'll leave. We can come back to that. I'll have to fix that another day. But I think, getting there. Getting there. I do want to build like, so I'm going to get Claude to build us like a little game space. I just want to have something to play here while I'm kind of thinking about development. So the goal is to try and get Claude to help me build indie games. And so we're going to make like a bit of a remake of the what is it called? The Spectrum ZX. What's it called? War game. I think that's a good place to start. Right, so let's make a
actors.
Right, let's add a game section, and the first and create version of the first game I played on the ZX Spectrum. Through the wall. Let's see how it does that. I love that game, Through the Wall. Express.js. Style game with retro ZX Spectrum aesthetics. Sounds pretty cool. So
We can make you believe we know what we're doing, when in fact, we do not.
So we're looking for something similar to this, I guess, for the old spectrum colours. So this is the spectrum colours, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I think there's pink on there. Retro arcade. See, that game. I think my favourite game was the Starquake. So Starquake was pretty cool. The improvable Jet Set Willy. Best thing about Starquake is the soundtrack. It's great soundtracks. games. You can now play it. I've recreated the classic ZX Spectrum brick breaker game with aesthetics ZX Spectrum aesthetics green and black terminal styling. 6 colourful brick rows in a classic colours red, green, blue, yellow, magenta and cyan. Panel physics with angle-based ball deflection. Progressive difficulty. I don't think it... Did it have progressive difficulty? I don't think the original had that. Classic scoring 10 points per brick. Arrow keys A and D to move paddle, spacebar to launch ball. Free life to start, multiple levels, increasing challenge. What are the odds that it's got it right? What are the odds? Oh. Interesting. Oh, okay. So it's got something going, huh? Yeah. Got the basic premise. It's a lot smoother than the original Spectrum game, obviously. I might be a while. Maybe some sound effects though. But it does work. So AD, to use AD to move paddles. I mean, Spectrum never really had green terminal colour, did it? To be fair, or did it? No. Let's give it a go. Nice. I'm quite happy with that. As a start, I mean, it's kind of pretty basic, but actually it's what I was going for, you know, nothing too fancy. First game made, mission accomplished, Claude Cade launched. Just got to fix the SSL issues. I mean, this is this is actually a much more, I mean, the controls are much more smooth, obviously, and the ball's nothing like, the ball actually, looked like the ball actually squished when it was just my vision. Come on, let's get the last ball, come on. Oh no. Last thing. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Ow. Still got 3 lives. Go on. Ah, God. Come on. This is a game, I mean, it kind of brings back memories. Such a simple game. Okay, still got 3 lives. Can I lose life? So it went to level 1. Yeah, lives go down. That's cool. So the scores, keeping score. I don't remember the score being there, but it's kind of a nice additional feature. And it looks like a bit of a bug there, but it's got completely stuck on the edge. So that is a bug. So it's not perfect. Oh, I have to die now. Oh, game over. Stupid game. Right. Cool. I'm happy with that. I think I could do some tweaks, but I think for a bit of a build session, I'm actually quite happy. I think we'll leave it there. It's game over. So I don't know if I have time this week, but I might try and build this out a little bit more, and yeah, start getting some ideas for my real game. But actually, the first game made, ClaudeCade.com, Through the Wall remake. learned a few things. So yeah, cool. And more games coming soon. Play now. Just added this. Kind of cool. Interesting to see what it looks like on mobile actually. Anyway, leave it there. Good night all. Until next time.